Okay, so P wants to know, what are mandatory security tests while testing native mobile apps? And what tests would you do manual, and which ones would you integrate to CI? Interesting.
Security. Get help by an expert, I would say, first of all, because security is such a complex topic. I mean, honestly, I'm also not a security testing expert. What I've done in the past was usually like checking that the API response and requests were encrypted, that everything was encrypted on that level at least, that we don't save any like password or like sensitive data on the mobile device. There is nothing stored there. So I checked like the local database on Android, for example, to see that everything is clean, that we have a handshake mechanism in place once we have login. So login or out handshake. So for example, that you have like a session ID or token that you get from the backend to not save any credentials on the mobile phone. This is something that I have done manually from time to time, not all the time, because it's a lot of work and a lot of setup that you need to do. Maybe this is something you can integrate to your CI system, right? To see that you have an encrypted session somehow, that you see that everything is in the right configuration. What I've also done in the past was checking the OWASP side. I can quickly open it. I have it in my bookmarks. It's the Mobile Security Project, so from OWASP. And there you get like the mobile top 10 security issues, awarenesses that have been raised in the past months, years. They even provide security guides on mobile, what you need to do and to check. Again, it's a lot of stuff. So this is a lot of things that you can consider while testing a mobile application. What we've done also in the past, we did some audits with an external provider, external security provider, especially when we want to launch new products. We give the apps to them and say, okay, this is it. That's the feature set. Have fun with it. And then in best case, we got good feedback back. Of course, there are always sometimes like things here and there. Okay, have you thought about this? This could be something you should consider in that way in terms of security. And it was really helpful for us, because then you get like a document in the end where it says, okay, this is something you need to fix. This is recommended, and so forth and so forth. And maybe your company is also open to maybe hire some security engineers. We are in the lucky position, my company right now, that we have a whole security team taking care of all the products that we develop. And whenever we have a security-related question, we go there and ask them, and we get support by them. Because security testing is really, it's critical for business. It can ruin your business in a second once you do it wrong. And that's why you should not do it as a side project. So take a look at this project side I just said. There's a lot of stuff that you could dive into. It's also a lot of fun. Maybe you have some time left at the end of a sprint or before release. Pick one of two the last issues that have been created and try to identify something in your app. Yeah.
For sure, I would say so. At test, sorry, obviously I've got to fly the flag for MOT, right? So again, crazy at test.bash. This last week in Test Bash, we had 2 conferences on last week, and there was a great talk by Saskia Coplands. Saskia Coplands did a great talk about security, and there was another great security talk by Jay Harris and Claire Reckless last year. So basically what I'm saying is, go get yourself a Pro Dojo account and get stuck into the material on the MOT. You'll find Bill Matthews talking there, Jay Harris, Saskia, Claire, the legend that is Dan Billing. Also, you might want to check out any material from Alan Richardson out there in the internet, because he talks a lot about connecting up your mobile device to proxy tools so that you can see the data going backwards and forwards. So that could be quite helpful for you as well, Pete. So I hope that helps you out.